Cancel.
Schweezy.
I really played myself. I don't take that lightly. I really played myself.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
So apparently my driver's license expired back in August, and I just never did. It hasn't been a problem. Truly has not been a problem for me. So my license expired, and I'm up here with my mom. My dad recently passed away, so I'm up here, up helping my mom out around. And I guess she needed my ID for something, so I just took a picture of it, sent it to her, and she was like, "This license has been expired for 8 months." And I was like, "Yeah, it hasn't really been a problem until now." And they're like, "You have to get that fixed." And I was like, "Okay." So I had to go get a new driver's license. So it's been like 8 months since it's been expired, and apparently I missed the 6-month window because I'm probably just a little lazy and stupid, a little stupid.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Really. So they were like, "Yeah, you have to retake all your tests."
That's rough, buddy.
But no, I had to fix. I was like, it hasn't been a problem. I mean, I guess when people are just trying to verify your age, they just look at your date of birth. They don't look at anything else in the driver's license. I think there was a problem one time, but that was, I think it was at Steve's birthday party. Basically that's all it was. So I have to retake the written test that you do to get your permit and the actual driving test. Now, I wasn't super worried about the actual driving test. I was a little worried about the written test. So, I don't know if most people have a learner's permit or whatever. Basically, you take a test, and basically it's just like general driving laws and stuff like that. So, a lot of things. My hair is just all of a sudden gotten weird. So all the show is me adjusting my hair into the camera. First thing, you take the driver's test. I actually kind of went a little cocky. They give you like 2 tries to do it because people, you just fail. People fail at one time because you have to get like 20 out of 25 questions right. First round, I think I got to question 11 and I was already out. And I was like, fuck me. Then I get to the second one, and I passed it. I was like, okay, I just got to get 4 more right. I think I had like 1 or 2, like 1 wrong or something like that. I can do this. I can get all these right. And I did, because I'm simply built different. The problem is, though, with these tests, and we realize, when we're like 15, I think most places, you get your permit at 15 or 14, and then you try for your license at 16. I think some states, they raise the age, lower the age. Like the adult diapers, it depends. So getting my license, passing that driver's test, passed the second time. I passed it the second time. I'm literally built different. And everyone in my family was just in awe of how smart I am, because I am the smartest guy probably any of you have ever known. But they have questions like, how long do you have an invalid driver's license after you get a DUI? And you're like, that's a good question. Probably something we should all know. I've never had a DUI because I don't drink and drive. I'm not stupid. I'm not that stupid.
This is the type of guy you get.
So I think my first test I put 90 days. I was like, that sounds like it, but no, it's a year. So if you get a DUI, that is 1 year. No, you're not allowed to drive. You could probably still drive. Just probably don't drink and drive and don't get pulled over. That's going to be a good idea. Also, just don't drink and drive in the first place. Uber's cheap, and then you're like, well, there don't have Ubers where I live. Well, walk. I don't know. Figure your shit out. Someone will give you a ride. Someone else will figure that shit out for you. I remember this other question was like, how many feet can a pole sticking out of the back of your truck, how many feet can it be before you have to put a sticker on the back of it so people know, hey, There's a pole sticking out of the back of this truck. The answer is 5 feet, I think. I don't know. Anyways, though, that was the rough. And then there's like some obvious questions you have on there. It was like, you have a stop coming up, and you see someone crossing the street. What do you do? And the correct answer is wait for them to finish crossing, make a complete stop, wait for them to cross the street, and then go. Then you can proceed. It's like answers like that. And like, if you've been driving, I've been driving for over a decade, so already. So, I stop. You stop at a stop sign. Then you see someone, you wait, and then you go, and stuff like that. But there's questions like that. But then it's all like word questions, and they're trying to trick you too. I'm like, if you know the answer, you should know what the answer is. Like I said, I am super surprised because like kids study for these tests for like months and stuff like that. I just walked in. I was just told I had to go get it fixed. So I did. I passed it. I passed that test. So that test was fine. I passed that test. I'm built different. I passed the written test. And then they're like, would you like to take your driving test too? And I was like, sure. Well, let's get that out of the way. This one I was not super worried about. So, so you get in the car, obviously they test you. And I guess I'm in a new vehicle right now. And I forgot how you like turn your brights on. So like I forgot that. But at the end of the test, I'm like, yeah, I just remember this, how you turn the brights on. You press the brakes, left turn signal, right turn signal. I think they're just making sure like your vehicle is like safe before they get into it, and because they don't want to die or whatever. Then you do the actual test. They're like, let's do parallel parking first. And now when I actually did my original test, they were like, you parallel parked perfectly, but it didn't look like you were looking at all when you're doing it. And I haven't really parallel parked much at all, because in places you usually have to parallel park, either just I'm like, nah, or I just Uber there, because that's a lot simpler than parallel parking. So like I got it, I did it fine, but they're like, yeah, it took you a little bit to get it, but you got it. I'm like, yeah, built different. Then you did the other test, like pulling in here, and I'm like, you put your hand on the back of the passenger seat. You're like, yeah, this is old school right here. This is how you do it. Make sure to look back and everything like that. It was like that. Those like I like overacted on how I usually don't drive, because usually kind of like, geez, I try to set my mirrors in a way so there's no like real dead zone. But like, look in the mirrors, look at the side mirrors, look at both my mirrors, and then like emerge into another lane. That's how I usually do it. And stuff like that. They're like, how do you park on a hill? And then you're supposed to like, if you're parking on a hill, you're supposed to like turn your wheels in a specific way. It's different when you're parking uphill or downhill. And it's like you turn your wheels that way. If your brakes just all of a sudden decide to unalive themselves, it'll drive into the grass or something. So like, it's not like in the middle of the road or something like that. There's a reason. There's a reason for it. I have never done that in my entire life. Anytime I've parked on a hill, I have never done that. I think one time I did. I was going to my friend Kevin. He plays a lot of house shows, and so I was going to one of those, and it was like the super steep hill. So that was the one time I ever did, and I rarely use my emergency brake either. So that's also a thing. So they're like, oh yeah, why would you park on this hill? I'm like, oh yeah, so like you turn it, like, and I just turned it the direction I think it was like uphill. So I think I turned it this way, whatever I'm doing, turning my wheel to the right, and then putting the emergency brake on, and I'm like, I knocked it out of the park. So we get back. It didn't seem like a very long test at all. I remember driving tests used to feel a lot longer than and that maybe I'm built different. So I get out of the car, and they're like, yeah, you passed. And then you get out, and the tester was like, so have you had a license before? And I was like, yeah, I'm 28. I've had a driver's license since I was 16. I let my license get expired. I waited too long to get that fixed. And now I had to retake the test. They're like, oh, okay, yeah. And she was like, yeah, it happens. Probably not a lot. Probably not a lot. Most people, when they get their driver's license, don't have to take the same test again. And but I passed it, flying colors. So I'm built different, better than anyone else. So then I had to like find a random ass bill. You know what you can do if you do all your bills online. Like I always thought with like getting a license, you had to have like proof of residency. I thought it had to be like official mail or whatever with your name on it. It can just be a bill with your name and address on it. Like you could just print off the bill online. They at least the DMV I went to accepted it, and therefore I can legally drive again. I always could drive. There was just an 8-month period in my life where I couldn't do it legally. So, folks, what lesson do we have today? If your license expired, just get it fixed immediately. Don't wait around and be an idiot, and don't play yourself.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Hey, you just finished one of the many, many highlights from Cancel Schweezy. We got plenty more on the channel, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, and if you like what you just watched, go ahead and smash that like button as well. Go subscribe for more so we can teach you how to be a better human in our world. So, yeah, stay awesome.